Alright, let's take this from the top again. A while back, I got invited to a battle to the death, and since I needed the prize money to fix up my airship I'd just blown up, I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring. I know, not my smartest move, but also not my dumbest. A few minutes into the battle, my evil clone Drake showed up and suggested that instead of fighting, I join him in search of a giant bloodstone worth millions of dollars. The trouble is, when we got there, this guy was also searching for the treasure, and things got kinda bad. When the dust cleared, I woke up in a laboratory hundreds of miles away, and when I found my way back, everyone else had either been pummeled by Drake or beaten by Spectre, which technically made me the winner of the fight, since those two were nowhere to be found. So I took the 500 grand prize money, fixed up the ship, spent the rest of the cash on Pop-Tarts, and me and Geraldo are living high. For now. But something interesting better happen soon. I'm getting bored. These are really good. YOLO, it's Yeshio! Welcome back to another video, where today we're gonna be talking about Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. This may come off as a bit of a shock to a lot of people, but I've never really been one for farm simulation games. I mean, call me crazy, but I kinda find fighting overpowered skeleton monsters in magical fantasy worlds to be a bit more entertaining than, I don't know, watering plants or whatever. But I did kinda enjoy that My Time at Porsche game I reviewed a while back, and that was kind of a farm simulator in a way, so what the heck, maybe Harvest Moon will be pretty good too. As par for the course for most farm simulation games, the opening cutscene is a letter from a place called Mineral Town telling us we've inherited a rundown farm there from our recently deceased grandfather. After a pretty cute flashback of us goofing around on the farm as a child, the mayor of Mineral Town asks if we're ready to begin our new life as a Mineral Town farmer. Well, what do you say? Would you like to give farming a try? No. No, I do not. Wait, what? Did I just beat the game? Yeah, apparently you can just straight up say no thanks to the game itself, skipping the entire thing and jumping straight into the credits. Does this technically count as a speedrun? Yesh, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. Are you ready to become a true Pokemon master? No, I want to be a dolphin. Oh! Since that would make this review just a little too short, let's instead go ahead and answer yes to Mayor Pinhead over here and start the game for real this time. This game plays out pretty much exactly how you'd think it would. It's a farm sim game, so naturally you farm things. Shocking, I know. Well, it's not that simple. Pretty much the whole goal of the game is to amass as much capital wealth as you can by growing crops, fishing, raising animals, and selling all the items you earn from it. Any loot you're willing to part with can be placed in these shipping bins you'll find around the farm, and at the end of every day, the total value of the items sold will be counted up and added to your wallet. As you upgrade your tools and increase the size of your farm over time, you'll start to rack up way more money way more quickly, and it can actually be really addicting once you get into it and start making absolute bank. Yes, my cucumbers are almost done. First the cucumbers, then the galaxy. Oh, that really hurt my voice a lot. Now I know what you're thinking. Yesh, why do you keep calling this game Harvest Moon if the box obviously says Story of Seasons? Oh wait, shoot, you weren't actually thinking that at all? Well, I'll tell you why, dang it! For those who don't know, this game is actually a remake of a Game Boy Advance game that came out in 2003 called Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. From what I can tell from the 30 seconds of Google research I did, eventually Natsume, the company that translated the Harvest Moon series, split up with Marvelous, the company that made the games, and since the name Harvest Moon is technically under copyright by Natsume, Marvelous had to change the name to Story of Seasons in order to remake the games without getting copy strike. Maybe, I don't know, I didn't play the original. Natsume actually went ahead and created a few more spin-off games using the Harvest Moon name, one of which I actually picked up a few months ago called Harvest Moon Mad Dash. This game is not good, what else can I say? Okay, I'm getting way off topic here. Back to Friends of Mineral Town. You'll notice the game is called Friends of Mineral Town, not Lonely in Mineral Town, which begs the question, who are these so-called friends of mine? I, for one, think it's about time we go through the village and talk a little bit about all the local residents. There's this guy, Brandon, the edgy artist and the town's official cool dude. Jennifer, the hippie, who lives in a tent by the woods and is always going on about natural vibes or whatever. Sayabara, I guess? The creepy dwarf guy who upgrades all your tools for you. This guy's name is Doctor. I don't really have anything to say about him. I just think it's pretty funny that his name is literally Doctor. He also is the town's doctor, so that's pretty convenient. And who could forget Karen, whose name, I'm sorry to say, is unfortunately a very accurate one. Strong-willed and dependable, just like her mother, but can't cook to save her life. I don't care if this game came out in 2003, they did that on purpose. While these people are technically residents of Mineral Town, I think it's a pretty big stretch to call them my friends, cause, you know, they're always standing in my way. Move! Get out of the way! I'm stuck. Beep beep. If you level up your relationship with someone enough, you can even propose and get married to them eventually. In fact, it's actually a pretty structural part of the game. The thing is, though, pretty much everyone in this town kind of freaks me out a lot, so I'd really rather not do that. Okay, fine, I guess as an official YouTube video game guy, I should probably play the game the right way so I can make an accurate review of it. So I hereby promise that this video will not end until I find myself a wife. After a solid 30 seconds of chasing down random people and talking to them, I finally decided that the hippie girl was the right choice because, I don't know, she's got a cool hat. It kind of seems to radiate that epic gamer energy, and I just don't think I can pass that up. Well, I found this poisonous mushroom on the ground on my way to her house. Maybe she'll like that. I just gotta wrap it up real quick so it looks all nice and we're good to go. I find this astonishingly awful, though you wouldn't have known as I did not tell you. I guess it's okay. Well, what the heck is that supposed to mean, Jennifer? I'm over here handing out perfectly fine poison mushrooms, and you gotta go ahead and criticize me? Eventually, 1 full year and several $1,000s later, I finally won her over enough that she would at least tolerate me a little bit, and a couple scripted events later, I gave her the blue feather of commitment and asked her to be my wife. She did say yes, but then she looked kinda depressed throughout the whole marriage ceremony, so maybe she's not as happy about this as I thought she would be. Either that or she's just feeling sick from the 10,000 candy bars I had to bribe her with. But enough about these stupid idiot human people. What about the ultra rad animals you can have on your farm? Over here we've got my chickens, Geraldo, Harambo, and their 2 beautiful children, Harambe and Geralda. I'm honestly impressed with them all for still being, you know, alive? After I've gone probably like 3 months without feeding or interacting with them at all. Or if chickens aren't for you, how about cows? I've got a regular cow named Cowbert who gives regular milk, and a way cooler cow named Moobert who makes strawberry milk. I've also got a sheep named Chirp, but since wool doesn't sell for that much, I don't feed him. Ever. I might be a bad pet owner. Eventually, this random old guy showed up to my house and offered me a horsey. I named him Doug, as is tradition, but it turns out he doesn't really do much of anything besides run around pointlessly all over my crops and take naps everywhere. According to the old guy, it should take about a year for Doug to get old enough that I can ride him, so until then, I think I'm just gonna leave him to do whatever it is Doug do. Well, it's been over a year now, and it looks like Doug has grown pretty big, so hopefully I'll finally be able to ride him around town and get my work done a lot faster. Oh my gosh, this is so fast, I'm gonna die! Rolling around at the speed of sound, got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Wait, what the heck? What's the old guy doing back here? No, this won't do at all, Yeshio. It's been an entire year, but I'm afraid you haven't shown Doug enough love. I'm afraid I have to fail you? Wait, he's taken my horsey away? What a scam, he just became useful. You're telling me that for an entire year I've had to raise a horse all by myself, never feed it, never show it any affection, never protect it from any danger. I'm starting to see the problem here. Oh yeah, and there's also a bunch of like creepy gnome children that only the player can see. I don't really know what's up with those guys. They just kind of showed up one day, and I don't really know what to do with them. I feel like I should mention them, though, so there you go. So, is Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town a good game? Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by good. If you mean, like, entertaining, then yes. But if you mean morally, then no, this game is filled with demons. I'm honestly really shocked that I enjoyed this game as much as I did. You wouldn't think something like repetitive manual labor would be even remotely fun, but it's actually really addicting once you get into it because of how much money you can rack up. The only 2 complaints I would actually level against this game would be the crazy long time it takes for crops to grow and the really short stamina meter. Even once you upgrade your tools to the max, it still takes a while to water and harvest everything, and it kinda gets a little bit too tedious for my liking. As for the stamina meter, I find myself running out of energy all the time, and have to duck out into the hot spring every once in a while to recover. The only way to increase your stamina is to find these little stamina berries around town, which are really hard to track down and really rare, so there's no real way to avoid passing out at least once a day. Other than that though, this game is fun, and I like it. I was expecting it to be kinda fun based on the popularity of the Harvest Moon franchise. The Story of Seasons franchise? Gosh, that's a way lamer name. But I really wasn't expecting this much entertainment value out of what is basically a manual labor / bribe people to like you simulator. If you want to get Harvest Moon for yourself, I'll put the link in the description like I always do. As for me, I've just consumed roughly 500 Pop-Tarts in a single sitting, and to be honest, I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna go hit the hay. Good night, faithful members of the Yesh Army! Whoa! Who's there? I got a harp seal here, and I'm not afraid to hit you with it.
Miss me.
Spectre? Wait, what are you doing here?
Collecting you. Come on, we got something to take care of.
Take care of? Ah, don't tell me you brought like a baby goat here or something.
The guy who hired me to get the Bloodstone, back at the mountain. He's gone off the deep edge. He's planning something dangerous, and if someone doesn't stop him, things are gonna get ugly. You ready?
Honestly, I don't even know what you're talking about, but you bet I am! Wait, give me a second. Okay, that's better. So what's the plan?
How fast can this thing move?
How fast do you want it to move?
How long would it take to get to?
Oh no.